Welcome to the Forbidden Library podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the depths of our collective subconscious, hidden beneath layers of modern science and rational thought, there exists a realm rife with forbidden knowledge and half-whispered legends. An entire civilization so ancient that its existence is dismissed by mainstream historians, yet so advanced that its accomplishments rival our own. A land of mystics and masters, whose wisdom was so profound it seems alien to our contemporary understanding. This is the realm of Lemuria, the forgotten continent, the lost world. Imagine a landmass lying in what is now the Pacific Ocean, stretching from the coast of California to as far as Hawaii, and even further to the reaches of the Philippines. This was Lemuria, or so the legend goes. Picture a civilization that predates our oldest known cultures by tens of thousands of years, a society so advanced that its understanding of science, spirituality, and the cosmos surpassed even our own. The inhabitants of Lemuria, or Lemurians as they are often referred to, were not like us. Their physical form was said to be more refined, more ethereal, and their spiritual prowess was unparalleled. They were telepathic beings, communicating not through crude spoken words, but through the exchange of thoughts and emotions. Their understanding of the cosmos and their connection to the universe was said to be so profound that they could manipulate matter and energy at will. But what proof do we have of this once mighty civilization? The evidence lies not in the physical realm, but in the metaphysical. Past life regressionists and metaphysical scholars claim to have made contact with the consciousness of ancient Lemurians. They speak of advanced knowledge of the cosmos, of healing techniques that defy modern understanding, and of a civilization that lived in perfect harmony with the universe. Yet, for all its glory, the mighty Lemurian civilization was not to endure. A cataclysm of epic proportions, a disaster so severe that it wiped the entire continent from the face of the earth, caused the fall of Lemuria. What was this cataclysm, and could it have been averted? And more importantly, what lessons can we learn from the demise of this advanced civilization? These are the mysteries we seek to unravel as we delve into the forbidden knowledge of Lemuria. As we journey into this forgotten realm, we must be prepared to challenge our understanding of history, civilization, and the very nature of human existence. For the story of Lemuria is more than a tale of a lost civilization. It is a mirror held up to our own society, a cautionary tale that warns us of the perils of losing touch with our spiritual selves in our relentless pursuit of material and technological advancement. In the end, the story of Lemuria serves as a stark reminder that no civilization, no matter how advanced, can endure without a deep and profound connection to the cosmos. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Lemuria, we find ourselves confronting the very essence of our existence, our place in the universe, and the true meaning of progress. To understand the true depth of the Lemurian civilization, we must first explore the historical and cultural background from which its legends sprung. The first recorded mention of Lemuria can be traced back to the mid-19th century. It was during this time that the concept of Lemuria was proposed by an English zoologist, Philip Sclater, in 1864. Sclater was attempting to solve a zoological puzzle: the presence of lemur fossils in Madagascar and India, but a complete absence in Africa and the Middle East. To explain this distribution, he suggested the existence of a now-lost landmass in the Indian Ocean, a land he called Lemuria, after the lemurs that gave rise to the conundrum. However, his theory was based purely on the distribution of these mammals and had no basis in geology or physical evidence. From this scientific hypothesis, the concept of Lemuria gradually transitioned into the realm of the occult and mysticism. It was in the late 1800s that the Theosophical Society, founded by Helena Blavatsky, popularized the notion of Lemuria as a lost continent and ancient civilization. Theosophy, a spiritual movement that sought to uncover ancient wisdom, embraced Lemuria as an ancestral home of humanity, a place of profound spiritual enlightenment and knowledge. According to theosophical teachings, Lemurians were the third root race of humanity, superseding the Hyperboreans and succeeded by the Atlanteans. Lemurians were described as hermaphroditic, ethereal beings, gradually developing physicality and sexual differentiation over time. Their civilization was said to span millions of years, with a culture that was vastly different from anything we know today. They lived in harmony with nature, their lives devoid of conflict or struggle. Their society was based on communal living, with no concept of personal property or material wealth. Spirituality was at the heart of Lemurian culture, with a deep understanding and respect for the interconnectedness of all life forms. The Lemurians were also believed to possess advanced psychic abilities, which included telepathy, clairvoyance, and an innate understanding of universal laws. This spiritual focus made them masters of their environment, allegedly capable of manipulating the physical world around them. While these historical and cultural depictions of Lemuria have captivated the minds of mystics, spiritualists, and alternative historians, they remain largely unacknowledged by mainstream academia. Regardless, the legend of Lemuria continues to inspire, serving as a reminder of a potential spiritual path that humanity could choose to follow, a path of unity, harmony, and profound connection with the cosmos. As we continue to uncover the mysteries of Lemuria, we delve not only into the past, but also into potential futures. In this exploration, we are invited to question our understanding of progress, civilization, and the nature of human potential. Let's now turn our attention to the cornerstone of this exploration, the Book of Lemuria. This elusive manuscript is said to contain the hidden knowledge of the Lemurian civilization, its spiritual teachings, and its history that spans millions of years. The Book of Lemuria is not a conventional book by any stretch. It's no leather-bound tome or scroll made from papyrus. Instead, it's described as a compendium of esoteric knowledge inscribed on indestructible tablets of a luminous, otherworldly material. The writing, too, is unlike anything we'd recognize today. It's said to be composed of symbols, glyphs, and diagrams that can convey complex concepts in an instant, bypassing the limitations of language. It's interesting to note that the manuscript is thought to be not so much read as it is experienced or absorbed. The symbols resonate at certain frequencies, opening the reader's consciousness to the understanding of Lemurian wisdom. This wisdom is said to encompass everything from the secrets of the universe to the true nature of consciousness, from the interconnectedness of life forms to the principles of harmony and peace that governed Lemurian society. The origins of the Book of Lemuria are shrouded in mystery, as fitting for a document of such profound significance. It's believed to have been scribed by the enlightened masters of Lemuria, intended to be a guide for future generations and civilizations. It was supposedly crafted with a deep understanding of cosmic laws, designed to withstand the ravages of time, to endure far beyond the lifespan of the Lemurian civilization itself. The location of the Book of Lemuria is, of course, unknown. Some suggest it resides in hidden libraries of the world, accessible only to a select few. Others propose that it lies buried deep within the earth, waiting to be discovered when humanity is ready to receive its wisdom. There are even theories that the book is not physically present on our plane of existence, but resides on a different vibrational level, accessible only through advanced spiritual practices. The Book of Lemuria, therefore, represents not just an artifact of a lost civilization, but a beacon, a guide that could potentially lead us back to a path of spirituality, harmony, and interconnectedness. Its existence, while unproven, is a tantalizing prospect, a promise of ancient wisdom waiting to be rediscovered. As we delve into the enigma of Lemuria, the book stands as a symbol of the profound wisdom that this civilization may have possessed and the spiritual legacy it may have left behind for us to discover. At the heart of the Book of Lemuria lie its core teachings. These teachings are said to encompass a range of subjects on the physical, metaphysical, and spiritual realms. These subjects can be roughly divided into four main categories: the nature of the universe, the interconnectedness of life, the principles of harmony and peace, and the path to enlightenment. The nature of the universe, according to the Book of Lemuria, is intricate, boundless, and ever-evolving. It is said to contain detailed descriptions of celestial bodies, their movements, and their influence on the earth. The universe is seen not as a collection of separate entities, but as a harmonious and interconnected whole, a living, pulsating entity of which we are an integral part. The cosmos, the earth, and all life forms within it are considered interconnected parts of a grand cosmic orchestra, each playing its unique part in the symphony of existence. The interconnectedness of life is another major theme in the Book of Lemuria. All forms of life, from the smallest microorganism to the largest celestial body, are seen as linked in a complex web of relationships. Every action, every thought, every emotion is said to have an effect on this web, causing ripples that can be felt across the universe. This concept is said to have informed the Lemurians' deep respect for all life forms and their commitment to living in harmony with nature. The principles of harmony and peace are central to the Book of Lemuria. According to the manuscript, these principles were the bedrock of Lemurian society. They are said to have lived in an egalitarian society, where power and resources were shared, where conflicts were resolved through understanding and compromise rather than violence, and where every individual's well-being was considered a collective responsibility. This ethos is said to have fostered a society free of war, poverty, and inequality. Finally, the Book of Lemuria is said to offer a path to enlightenment. This is not a quick or easy journey, but a lifelong commitment to self-discovery, self-improvement, and service to others. It is said to involve meditation, introspection, and the cultivation of virtues such as compassion, wisdom, and humility. The ultimate goal is not just personal liberation, but the upliftment of all life. These core teachings of the Book of Lemuria, if truly implemented, suggest a society radically different from most in our modern world. The thought of a civilization that truly honored the interconnectedness of life, that lived in harmony with nature, and that prioritized peace over power is both awe-inspiring and somewhat daunting. It challenges our modern ideas about progress, success, and power. It offers a radically different vision of what a society could be, a vision that is both ancient and perhaps profoundly relevant to our current global challenges. In exploring the physical and historical authenticity of the Book of Lemuria, we delve into the realm of archaeology, ancient texts, mythology, and historical records. It's important to note that the idea of Lemuria itself is shrouded in mystery and speculation, with no concrete physical evidence to affirm its existence. The concept of Lemuria originated in the mid-19th century when the British zoologist Philip Sclater observed similarities between lemur fossils found in Madagascar and India, but not in Africa or the Middle East. He proposed the existence of a now-lost land bridge, which he named Lemuria, to explain this discrepancy. Despite its inception as a purely scientific hypothesis, the concept of Lemuria was soon adopted by theosophists and occultists, who attributed to it a rich and complex spiritual history. They described it as a lost continent, home to a highly advanced, spiritually enlightened civilization. The Book of Lemuria is said to be the surviving testament of this ancient culture. The physical existence of the Book of Lemuria is as elusive as the lost continent itself. There are no known copies of the manuscript in any public collection or library. Most of what we know about it comes from accounts by individuals who claim to have seen or read it. These accounts, while fascinating, cannot be independently verified. Furthermore, no verifiable archaeological artifacts or documents have been found to corroborate the existence of Lemuria or its alleged civilization. Historically, the concept of Lemuria has been intertwined with many myths and legends around the world. From the myths of a lost continent in the Pacific in Polynesian folklore to the legend of Kumari Kandam in Tamil literature, many cultures have tales of lost lands that echo aspects of the Lemurian narrative. However, it's important to note that these correlations do not provide evidence of the historical authenticity of the Book of Lemuria or the existence of Lemuria itself. In the scientific community, the theory of plate tectonics, which explains the movement of continents over time, has largely replaced the need for a land bridge like Lemuria. However, the lack of physical and historical evidence does not necessarily invalidate the spiritual and philosophical insights presented in the Book of Lemuria. Instead, it invites us to explore these ideas with an open mind, recognizing them as a part of the rich tapestry of human belief and cultural myth-making. The real value of the Book of Lemuria may lie not in its historical authenticity, but in the profound questions it raises about the nature of existence, the interconnectedness of life, and our potential for spiritual evolution. The censorship, suppression, and gatekeeping around the Book of Lemuria are as enigmatic as the book itself. This speaks to a larger systemic issue, the exclusion of marginalized narratives from mainstream discourse. The legitimacy of the Book of Lemuria has been questioned, its contents ridiculed, and its existence outright denied by many. This does not simply result from the lack of physical evidence, but also from an academic and intellectual bias that dismisses anything outside the accepted canon of knowledge. The Book of Lemuria, if it exists, is not found in the vaults of the great libraries of the world, not in the British Library, nor in the Library of Congress. It has been effectively barred from the hallowed halls of mainstream academia, not due to its lack of intellectual merit, but because of its fringe status. It is seen as a curiosity, an object of mockery, a pseudo-scientific relic. This has resulted in the silencing and marginalization of the Book of Lemuria and the knowledge it supposedly contains. This suppression is not a simple matter of academic preference. It is a form of intellectual gatekeeping, a calculated effort to control the narrative and dictate what is considered valid and true. This gatekeeping extends to the narratives that are allowed to be part of our collective history and consciousness. Mainstream academia has often been accused of Eurocentrism, and the omission of the Book of Lemuria from the historical record could be seen as part of this larger pattern. There are those who argue that this gatekeeping is necessary to maintain rigorous academic standards. However, this argument overlooks the fact that knowledge is not static but dynamic, constantly evolving and expanding. The exclusion of marginalized narratives like the Book of Lemuria from mainstream discourse does not uphold academic standards but stifles intellectual growth and innovation. Moreover, the censorship and suppression of the Book of Lemuria mirror the suppression of the spiritual and philosophical perspectives it purportedly represents. The spiritual wisdom and insights attributed to the Lemurian civilization challenge mainstream religious and philosophical doctrines. They propose a radically different understanding of existence, one that emphasizes spiritual evolution and the interconnectedness of all life. This perspective threatens established institutions of power, and so, it is suppressed. In effect, the censorship, suppression, and gatekeeping of the Book of Lemuria is not just about the book itself. It is about who has the power to define truth, to shape our understanding of history, and to determine the boundaries of human knowledge. It is a struggle for intellectual freedom, for the right to question, to explore, and to imagine new possibilities. It is a struggle that continues to this day, and one that is central to the mystery and allure of the Book of Lemuria. From the outset, it's important to understand that the Book of Lemuria is not just a historical or cultural artifact. It represents the heartbeat of a civilization that purportedly existed long before our current age, a civilization that is said to have achieved a level of spiritual and philosophical sophistication far beyond what we have today. For many, the book represents a lost spiritual heritage, a guide to an enlightened way of living that has been hidden from us. The spiritual teachings of the Book of Lemuria are believed to be deeply profound, its wisdom said to transcend time, space, and the limitations of our material world. The book supposedly speaks of a universe where everything is interconnected, where every action has a spiritual consequence, and where the ultimate goal of life is not material success, but spiritual evolution. These teachings challenge many of the dominant religious and philosophical paradigms of our times. They question the centrality of the ego, the emphasis on materialism, and the belief in a punitive deity. Instead, the Book of Lemuria promotes the idea of a loving, nurturing universe where every individual is a divine expression of a single, unifying cosmic consciousness. This stands in stark contrast to mainstream religious doctrines that often promote dualistic views of the world. The Book of Lemuria is also said to contain advanced occult knowledge. It supposedly reveals the secrets of astral projection, telepathy, and other mystical abilities. It speaks of the existence of higher dimensions of reality beyond our physical world, dimensions that can be accessed through the right spiritual practices. These teachings echo many of the beliefs and practices found in esoteric traditions around the world, suggesting a common spiritual heritage. The Book of Lemuria is not just a historical curiosity, it is a potent spiritual guide, a repository of esoteric wisdom that challenges our understanding of reality and our place within it. It offers a radically different perspective on existence, one that has been marginalized, suppressed, and dismissed by mainstream institutions. This suppression of the Book of Lemuria and its teachings is a reflection of the larger struggle for spiritual freedom. It is a struggle against the tyranny of dogma, against the dismissal of alternative spiritual perspectives, and against the forces that seek to limit our spiritual growth and evolution. The Book of Lemuria, with its profound spiritual teachings and its challenge to mainstream religious doctrines, represents a form of forbidden knowledge. It is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to seek truth, to question, to explore, and to transcend the limitations imposed upon it. The book and its teachings continue to captivate those who are willing to look beyond the prescribed boundaries of knowledge, to question the status quo, and to seek a deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. The echoes of the Book of Lemuria reverberate beyond its ancient origins, filtering into contemporary media and subcultures. A clear example is the fascination with the lost continent of Lemuria itself, which has been a subject of interest in numerous novels, films, video games, and even music. The idea of an advanced, spiritually enlightened civilization that vanished mysteriously captivates our collective imagination, and it has proven to be a fertile ground for speculative fiction. In the realm of popular literature, the influence of Lemurian themes is apparent. Books such as Lemuria, The Lost Continent of the Pacific, by Wisher S. Serve and James Ward, or The Lost Continent of Mu, by James Churchward, introduced the story of the ancient Lemurian civilization to a wider audience. These works, while not directly inspired by the Book of Lemuria, tap into the same wellspring of myth and mystery, and they continue to fuel interest in this enigmatic lost civilization. Moving to visual media, the influence of Lemurian themes is also evident. In films and animated series, Lemuria often serves as a symbol for a lost golden age, a utopian society that was technologically advanced yet spiritually enlightened. This is seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where Lemuria is depicted as an ancient and advanced civilization that existed alongside Atlantis. In music, bands and musicians inspired by esoteric and occult themes have also drawn from the mythos of Lemuria. The Swedish metal band Therion, for example, released an album titled Lemuria in 2004, which explores themes related to ancient civilizations and esoteric wisdom. The traces of the Book of Lemuria and its teachings can also be found in various subcultures, particularly those that embrace alternative spiritualities and occult practices. New Age communities, for instance, often resonate with the teachings of the Book of Lemuria, particularly its emphasis on cosmic unity, spiritual evolution, and the existence of higher dimensions of reality. Its teachings have also found echoes in the practices of modern occultists who seek to reclaim and revive ancient wisdom traditions. In conclusion, the influence of the Book of Lemuria extends far beyond its physical pages. It has permeated modern culture in a variety of ways, inspiring works of fiction, films, music, and spiritual practices. It continues to inspire those who seek a different perspective on existence, one that challenges mainstream narratives and opens up new possibilities for spiritual exploration and personal transformation. The legend of Lemuria and the profound teachings attributed to it continue to captivate the human imagination, offering a glimpse into a world that might have been and could perhaps be again. In the shadows of mainstream academia, there exists a fringe group of theorists and researchers who have taken the Lemurian narrative to heart, probing deeper into the esoteric implications of the Book of Lemuria. These seekers look beyond the traditional interpretations, delving into possibilities that are often dismissed by conventional scholarship. Their theories, while controversial, provide a fresh lens through which to view the mystery of Lemuria. One such theory suggests that the Lemurians were not merely humans, but a race of advanced beings, far superior in both their technological and spiritual development. This interpretation proposes that the Lemurians had mastered the use of crystals for healing, communication, and energy storage, a knowledge that was lost with the downfall of their civilization. Further, there's the suggestion that these Lemurian crystals, often found in various parts of the world today, serve as physical evidence of this lost civilization. Some even believe that these crystals contain encoded wisdom from the Lemurians, waiting to be unlocked by those capable of understanding their intricate vibrational frequencies. An even more daring proposition is the theory of dimensional shifting. Advocates of this idea argue that Lemuria did not sink into the ocean, as popularly believed, but rather shifted to a higher plane of existence. They suggest that the Lemurians, through their advanced spiritual and psychic abilities, were able to elevate their entire civilization to a higher dimensional state. This, they propose, is why no physical evidence of Lemuria has been discovered. It exists, but not in our three-dimensional reality. Another intriguing theory is the concept of reincarnation and past life memories. Numerous individuals have claimed to remember their past lives as Lemurians, providing vivid accounts of life in this ancient civilization. While skeptics dismiss these as mere fantasies, believers argue that these memories offer valuable insights into the lifestyle, culture, and wisdom of the Lemurian people. Finally, some theorists suggest that the Lemurians are not extinct, but continue to exist in hidden colonies, either beneath the surface of the earth or in remote, inaccessible locations. These theorists often point to unexplained phenomena or mysterious sightings as evidence of these hidden Lemurian colonies. While these interpretations may seem far-fetched to some, they highlight the enduring fascination with Lemuria. They underscore the longing for a lost golden age, the yearning for ancient wisdom, and the thirst for understanding our place in the cosmos. As we delve into these hidden theories, what emerges is a rich tapestry of belief, speculation, and hope, woven around the enigma that is the Book of Lemuria. The Book of Lemuria, then, is not just a tale of a lost civilization. It is a keyhole through which we peer, seeking glimpses of our own potential, our own past, and perhaps even our future. It is a mirror reflecting our collective yearning for a world that transcends materialistic pursuits, a world that values harmony, spiritual growth, and the interconnectedness of all life. The story of Lemuria is the story of humanity's quest for meaning and purpose. It is a longing for a time when we were more attuned to the rhythms of the earth, the stars, and our own inner selves. Yet, the question remains, is there any truth to the legend of Lemuria? Is there a lost continent submerged beneath the Pacific Ocean, its secrets preserved in mysterious crystals? Did this civilization ascend to a higher plane of existence, leaving behind only whispers of their wisdom in our collective consciousness? Are the Lemurians still among us, hidden in the shadows of our world, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves? These are mysteries that continue to elude us. Yet they compel us to keep searching, to keep questioning, to keep dreaming. Whether Lemuria was a real place or not is, in some ways, beside the point. The true power of the Lemurian legend lies in its ability to inspire us, to awaken within us a sense of wonder and curiosity, to remind us that there is more to our existence than what meets the eye. The story of Lemuria invites us to look beyond the physical world, to explore the depths of our own consciousness, to strive for spiritual growth and harmony. It challenges us to question the status quo, to seek wisdom in unlikely places, to be open to possibilities beyond our current understanding. In the end, the Book of Lemuria is a testament to the human spirit. It is a testament to our insatiable thirst for knowledge, our boundless capacity for imagination, and our enduring hope for a better world. It is a testament to our longing for a time when we were more connected, more compassionate, more enlightened. As we close this chapter on Lemuria, let us carry with us the lessons it offers. Let us continue to explore the unknown, to question the accepted, to dream of the impossible. For in doing so, we not only honor the legacy of the Lemurians, but we also create a path towards a future that mirrors the ideals of this fabled civilization, a future of peace, unity, and spiritual evolution. But for now, the Book of Lemuria remains open, its pages filled with the echoes of a civilization lost to time, its mysteries beckoning us to look beyond the horizon, to go deeper into the unknown. And perhaps, just perhaps, in our quest for answers, we might discover something profound about ourselves. After all, isn't that the true essence of any great story? To reveal to us not just the world outside, but the world within. Thanks for listening. This has been the Forbidden Library Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.